Erika.
Thank you for having me.
Erika's going to be one of 32 authors at the Fall Book Festival on Saturday, October 18th at the beautiful historic Greer Depot in downtown Greer, South Carolina. I'm so excited to have you. And you have a children's book out, so please tell us all about your book.
Okay. Baby Ladybug
Ah, I love it.
cover
So
here.
cute.
So basically what the story is about, it's about a curious baby ladybug, how she wanders off, she gets lost. In the interim of her parents trying to find her, she meets unexpected friends and those friends becomes family,
Oh.
and it's a cute little story.
So, what inspired you to write that?
Well, this book started during COVID.
Okay.
My little girl at the time, she must have been like around 3 or 4, and she
Mhm.
had asked me to come up with a bedtime story. And so
Oh.
this stemmed from a nighttime bedtime story. And so I'm surprised that I remembered it the second night that she asked me to retell it. And so I said, let me go ahead and record it. So I went ahead and recorded the story,
Oh,
so I can
smart.
have it, yeah. And then when I decided to say, this can be a book, I can write this into a children's book. And
Hmm.
so I heard the audio, and then that's when I went ahead and put it in a story form.
Now, how did you come up with the illustrations? Were they done by you? Did you have somebody do them for you? Did you collaborate? How does that work?
So I have not been gifted with the talent of drawing. So I had to search for an illustrator.
Okay.
Um, I had an illustrator when I first started the book journey. She was great. I loved the way that she drew, but unfortunately, her schedule didn't match up with mine and the timeline of the book. And so the book was on a standstill again. And
Mm.
so my publisher, she's based up in Asheville,
Okay.
she had recommended somebody. That one didn't work out either.
Oh,
And the book was at a standstill again.
oh
So I went through 2 illustrators until I found Courtney Evans. And
no.
she is amazing. She has a wonderful art business. It's called The Art Cart. And her illustrations, as soon as she showed me her previous works,
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love with what I knew she could do for the baby ladybug.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
It is so important to know that if you can write but can't illustrate, there's people out there. Now, you may have to go through a few to find the right fit.
Yes. Yes. And the way I found her was actually funny because at a point I was like, Lord, I am desperate. I need somebody to get this book moving. And so I went out on a whim and wrote on Facebook in one of the pages I'm like
Hmm.
part of, and I put any children's illustrators ready to work, and that's where I found her. So if
Nice.
you search, you will
So
find.
good. And that's the thing is that even when you go out on a limb like that, you still have to
Yes.
research them and go, is this the right fit?
Yes.
Thankfully, you found a really good fit, and the book
Yes.
is adorable.
Yes, thank you very much. It was a nice fit with the way that her drawing concept came together, so I was really happy about that.
Did you have something in mind when you were looking for an illustrator for what you imagined the book to look like? And then how did that conversation go?
So our meeting place was Starbucks.
Awesome.
And and so my idea for the characters were vibrancy.
Okay.
I wanted it to be modern, cute, very bright of the colors.
Hmm.
I had a color palette. I learned what a color palette for a children's book was with Courtney. I didn't know that there was a
I
color
wouldn't
palette
know.
or anything like
I've
that.
never written children's books, so I have no idea.
Yeah, so the colors were based on a flag that our worship team at church used. And so,
Oh,
yeah, so a little tidbit of the book. Um, the dad read Baby Ladybug a story at bedtime, and it happened to be Noah's Ark. And so,
ah,
yeah. And so, the rainbow, I
mhm,
knew I wanted the colors to be based off the rainbow. And so
mhm.
the worship team at my church used this beautiful rainbow flag when they danced. And I
Ah,
sent Courtney the colors of how I envisioned it, of the object that the baby ladybug is following, and
okay.
she colored and she drew around those colors, and I'm
Mhm.
really happy with the work that she did.
That is so cool. I love when people can collaborate
Mhm.
and it just comes out so beautiful.
Yes.
And I was so glad that you were able to join us for this event. Um, what do you have? Because I noticed in your bio you said that this is her first of many publishings. So, what do you have on coming down the pike for us?
So I have another children's book
Hmm.
coming, hopefully in the near future. I have to see where we are with how the publisher is and where Courtney is with her schedule.
Hmm.
It's called Remember,
Mm.
and so yeah, it's a nice children's book. I don't want to give too much away,
Hmm.
and I kind of want to also do a devotional kind of
Oh,
for adults.
okay.
So after Remember, hopefully that devotional will be coming out. So I have a lot of projects that hopefully, you know, it'll be able to come to fruition.
So you mentioned your publisher. So you're published through a small press up in Asheville.
Hmm.
Um, how did you find your publisher?
Google. Oh,
So we've got Google, we've got Facebook. Searching is alive and well, and you can find things.
yes, yes. So when I first started my journey on writing a book, I had no idea what I was doing.
Hmm.
I knew God put it in my heart and I needed to get it done.
Hmm.
And so Google and the internet and Facebook were my friends. I found, as I was searching, Fiction Addiction. They used to be opened in Greenville. I don't
Yep.
think they're any
Nope.
longer. Yeah. And so they had a program for authors, to go through them for publishing.
Hmm.
And when I was finally ready to go ahead with this project, they didn't have the program any longer, and so they
Hmm.
referred me to Writers Press, Valley, and I connected with her, and she was very patient. She worked with me, she guided me, and she educated me, because being a first time author, it's hard to get the information, especially when you don't know anybody who's done this before you. And I'm still learning, and I learn every day. So, I'm grateful to be part of, these book fairs and these book festivals, and getting the opportunity to connect with authors like yourself, where I can learn, and grow from what you've experienced and what you've went through. So,
Oh, girl, we could have conversations that cannot be recorded. Um, it's just there's ups and downs in the writing process, and there's so much to it. And I saw someone had put on Facebook that their neighbor said, "Oh, all you do is write and sell books." Okay. That's simplifying it to way beyond simplification. Uh,
If it was that easy.
right? Yeah, getting out there, getting to book fairs, I've seen you at some of the other events also, where just general vendor events. Um, just every little bit that you can do to get yourself out there in front of people. Um, I would say spend as few dollars as you can to maximize it, but also you do have to spend a little bit to be able to get yourself out there. And it is so worth
Yeah.
communicating with others in
Yes.
community. And that's part of what CSI is all about,
Mm-hmm.
is connecting authors to each other. Because we had a great time yesterday at the ribbon cutting.
That
Um,
was so much fun.
just that little bit of networking, and there's more networking to come. Um, I'm in talks with various people to do more networking type events, to where we can have those conversations and we can ask the questions. You know, is this a good event? Is this worth the money?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what when I am putting together the events like this one and our future events that I have on the back burner but haven't announced. um, those events, I try to keep them as reasonably priced as possible, but knowing that unfortunately everything's going up in price.
And it just depends on what the buyers are looking for at that particular time. You
Yeah.
know, it's just the luck of the draw.
Oh, it really is. And that's where the last event that I did one last, last weekend. I don't know. It was one of those weekends. What day was it? Where was I? What was I doing? Um, they tend to blur, and they're going to
Yes.
blur come after
Yes.
this festival. But the last event that I was at, the nice thing was I would ask people, you get the people that slow down and are reading. You can tell they're reading the titles and all of
Mm-hmm.
that. And you just go, hey, what do you like to read? And of course, they'll go, oh, I like to read, and they'll name something that I don't have on the table. And it's like, oh, well, come to the Fall Book Festival. Because no matter when I've looked at, because we've had authors come, we've had authors go, um, just because life happens. And whenever I've looked at that, we've always maintained 32
Excuse
authors
me.
and 50 plus genres, which is just crazy, and around 150 book titles.
Amazing.
And
It's
we're
amazing.
so diverse. We've got 9 different states represented. Um, it's just it to me, it's fabulous. I absolutely love it. And
And the story behind every book and
oh,
how it came to be. So there's
all
even more stories.
there is, because when you go through and you watch all these videos, because every author that's going to be there has a video. And when you go through and watch everyone's videos, everybody is a different story. Everybody comes at this from a different angle. And it's children's books, it's novels, it's epic novels, it's Some are pantsers, where they're just writing whatever comes to mind, and then you've got the plotters that are very meticulous. I have
Mhm.
no idea how that goes, but not a plotter. But it's just so you mentioned about doing devotionals for adults. Anything else that you see yourself writing at this time coming down the pike, or
The sky's the limit. I would also like to do novels like yourself.
oh,
I have ideas are there. It's just
okay.
having the time, you know, to actually do it. So there's a lot coming down the pipeline, and with everything, there's a season and a time, and right now is baby Ladybug's time to shine.
So awesome. We love that though. It's just so do you have a 9 to 5 job?
I do. I work for a bank,
Oh,
and I've been working there for about 12 years.
wow.
So I'm hoping that this book thing, will be able to take me out of there. I'm praying, please, Lord.
That would be awesome. And that's the other thing, is that we have a wide variety of people, that some all they do is write.
Mhm.
Some have a full-time job, some have a part-time job. We've got a couple that are editors, and so it's the whole range of people and books and genres. It, it really is going to be a good time.
Yes, a lot of amazing people, a lot of talented people, and I'm just excited to be a part of it. It's an honor, and I can't wait to meet everybody.
Yeah, we got a small sampling at the ribbon cutting, which was so cool.
Yes, yes.
It,
Oh,
it,
and I did learn a tidbit for, the new authors out there. That was the second time that I heard somebody say, "Let me get my business card." And the first time I heard it, I was like, I didn't know authors had business cards. It's a little funny little tidbit I learned that I need to get the ball rolling.
Authors have one of two things: either business cards or bookmarks.
Yes.
You don't have to have both. I happen
Mhm.
to have both, because I had to switch up my business cards to where they were only for CSI. Because if you're an author and you put your other business on the other side, they're going to pick the wrong one to send the information to.
Mhm.
I'm
That's
like,
good
okay,
to know.
so I have author information on bookmarks, CSI information on my business cards. And yes, bringing business cards is hugely important. And there are places like Staples that you can do a design and get them same day.
Wow.
So,
Thank you.
that
Thank you for that.
way you can design them in Canva, and then pop them over to Staples and have Staples print them same day. So, and I actually do a lot of my printing through Staples, because I have found that even if they are a smidge higher, there's a lot of stuff that they will do in house.
Okay.
Or you can have it shipped to the store for free.
That's great. Hey, listen, this is all a learning opportunity, and you learn every day, and it's up to you to be like, hey, I'm going to take this with me or not. Is this going to make me grow? Is this going to help me? You learn every day.
Yep, it is, and that's part of everything that's happening, is that um, I'll get questions. And there are videos coming. I promise, there are videos coming. I haven't had a chance to record some of them, but it's everybody. needs to realize that there's a lot you don't know. I'm learning stuff all the time, and every time I get together with authors and writers, in whether it's just the two of us, whether it's a whole group, big or small group, there's always a takeaway. And you never know when you're going to use that takeaway.
Exactly. Exactly. You never know. Down the pipeline in
Yeah.
your writing, you may do a children's book. You never know, you
Yeah,
know?
I don't foresee that happening.
You never know. Never say never.
Exactly. Never say never. Um, right now, I'm looking at my series that's coming out, and yeah, that's a 9-book series plus the
Oh,
fantasy series. So yeah,
you're going to have your hands full.
it won't be for a while, but it is. You will know when it's time to do your novel, because what will happen is you will have these characters that will all of a sudden start talking to you, and then they won't leave you alone.
Okay. That's good to know. I'm going to write that down and I'm going
I
to
mean,
keep it with me.
seriously, that is,
Yeah.
I've heard it from many people that you know when it's time to write that novel because you have that topic and it won't leave you alone. Whether it's the subject matter, it's the characters themselves, um, or like me, it's your first book that goes, this wasn't really what you wanted. So
Or
you go,
envisioned.
so it was what I envisioned at the time,
Okay.
but it has taken a complete rework and is nothing like the original, which is good. But yeah, and it was one of those things where you go through and you're like, oh, I don't like that cover. Of course, you have someone doing your illustrations for you, so you can tell them you don't like your cover.
Yeah.
I do my own covers. So,
Oh, you have that talent then.
I did my first cover and it worked for that. I had someone do an illustration for my second cover for it. Didn't care for it. I mean, I liked the illustration. The illustration was fabulous, but it didn't it didn't seem to speak to the people that I was trying to target,
Okay.
which is really important. And so
Mhm.
now I think I've got a new cover, a new title, whole new thing. So we'll see. It may or may not make it to the Fall Book Festival.
Well, it's right around the corner. You
But
never know. I'm excited to see it.
and say you may have to come to one of the events after that because I don't know. It's still at my editor, so
And you know how that goes.
yeah, it's in her hands. I mean, she's in the back half of the book, but I'll find out tomorrow where she's at in it and
Yeah.
whether or not it's going to make it. I don't think it will make it on the table, just counting the days.
Mhm.
Although I know I can get my books ordered and at my door in 10 days.
Okay.
But
It'll be
yeah,
pushing it.
yeah, we're already at October 2nd. Yeah.
Tune into the next one.
I'll have a new book on the table for the following festival. Which we haven't released yet the name of it or the date. Well, we have to some people, but not for public release yet.
Stay tuned, folks.
We have more coming. Erika has more coming. She's
Yes.
got
All of us. I'm
she's
pretty sure
got
we have everything.
devotionals. When they will come, don't know. But you can pick up the Ladybug book
Yes.
at the Fall Book Festival,
Yes.
which is going to be truly exciting. And I
Yes.
can't.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
It
to
is
meet
going to be
everybody, and yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
And is it not the cutest venue? I
Oh
mean,
yeah, it's beautiful. It's
I
amazing.
absolutely adore
Yes. I can't wait to see inside. Outside is beautiful. I can't imagine how the work that they've done inside. So I'm excited. And
it. Yeah,
congratulations. You know, this is
it's
hard work. It's not easy.
it is not easy, but it is going to be so worth it. And
Yes.
meeting all of these fabulous authors and having the time to spend the day with everyone is going to be fun.
Yes. It's going to be amazing. Thank you for having me and being a part of it. It's an honor.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your day to come on here and chat.
Yes. Thank you for having me. This was fun.
And I will see you soon.
Yes. Have a good rest of your night. Thank
You
you.